of the Tennessee Valley, the rain has come to a temporary end, especially on areas along and west of Interstate 65, but still seeing a little bit of rainfall affecting our eastern side, mainly DeKalb, Jackson, and Marshall counties. But if you kind of look off to our south, you can really see what's to come, because all of this is going to lift north and eastward, and then we're also going to see a little bit of development back behind that frontal boundary. So more rain is on the way for sure. So like I mentioned earlier, pretty much dry along and west of I-65, still picking up on a little bit of light rainfall for Jackson, DeKalb, and Marshall counties. Those three counties are probably where we're going to be focused on the most as we progress throughout the rest of today and into tonight and into early tomorrow morning, because they have seen most of the rain accumulation so far, and you can kind of see that behind me. Scottsboro is realistically at around an inch of rainfall, Fort Payne just shy of it, Albertville over an inch of rainfall, while the rest of us remain under an inch for the time being. But like I said, we are expecting these totals to rise heading into the next couple of hours. That's why we've got a flood watch in effect for the entire Tennessee Valley. This is going to last until about noon tomorrow afternoon. That's when we're expecting rain to be out of the way, and we should start a drying out process beginning around lunchtime, I would say, tomorrow. So let's go ahead and time it out hour by hour for you on our futurecast here, 6 o'clock. Notice rain still affecting the eastern side of the Tennessee Valley, so Jackson, DeKalb, Marshall. Like I mentioned earlier, this is probably where we're going to be focused on the most for a flooding, potentially even flash flooding issue heading into the next couple of hours and into tonight. So we will start to see that rain really pick up and increase in coverage heading into the later half of tonight. So I would say around 8 o'clock and beyond 8 o'clock. That's when we're really going to start to see more widespread rain affect the area, and we will just continue to see it coming down after midnight and into the early hours of your Saturday. Now, waking up Saturday morning, most of us probably are going to be waking up to a little bit of rainfall, but like I mentioned earlier, heading into about noon and the rest of the afternoon tomorrow, rain chances will start to taper off drastically. Now, the severe weather threat has decreased for us here across the Tennessee Valley. There's pretty much no severe weather threat at all. If anything, we might see maybe some lower end damaging wind gusts in some of these storms that develop later tonight, but if we're talking about widespread damaging wind gusts of around 60 miles per hour and potentially even greater, and a tornado threat, that's way off to our south. So we realistically no longer have a severe weather threat. All we're going to have to watch for is flooding potential. So notice majority of the rainfall accumulation is really going to be over central Alabama. That's not saying we're not going to be seeing a lot of rain accumulation here, but it has moved a little southward. So like I mentioned, central Alabama really expecting to see the worst of the rain accumulation, and we'll be watching for the flooding issue the most there. But of course, across the Tennessee Valley, we still will have that chance for a little bit of flooding to happen. Now watch what happens for our temperatures heading into the next couple of days. We'll be in the low 60s tomorrow, but after all the rain is said and done and after that frontal boundary moves through, temperatures fall into the 40s heading into Sunday, and it looks like we'll stay below average until we get to about Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. And then it looks like temperatures will be falling once again. So now if you are going to be out and about tonight later and maybe see, you know, a couple puddles or something that you want to share with us, maybe you see some flooding in ditches, things like that, we would love to see your weather photos. You can text us at 256-382-2692.